Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Jaya Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Jaya Srinivas Govinda Jaya Srinivas Govinda Srinivas Govinda Jaya Srinivas Govinda Jaya Prahlad Narsimha Jaya Prahlad Narsimha Prahlad Narsimha Jaya Prahlad Narsimha Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Vishnupat Paramahams Parivrajakacarya Ashtottara Shata Shishtimad Divine Grace Sri Bhakti Vedanta Sam Srila Prabhupada Ki Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 1, text number 37. Kim va kritageshu agham atyamarshi Kim va kritageshu agham atyamarshi Bhīmo hi vadhirghatamam vyamunchat Bhīmo hi vadhirghatamam vyamunchat Yasyangripatam ranabhurnasehe Patam ranabhurnasehe Margam gadhayascharato vichitram Margam gadhayascharato vichitram Kim va kritageshvagham atyamarshi Bhīmo hi vadhirghatamam vyamunchat Yasyangripatam ranabhurnasehe Margam gadhayascharato vichitram Kim va kritageshvagham atyamarshi Bhīmo hi vadhirghatamam vyamunchat Yasyangripatam ranabhursa रणभूर्नसेः मार्गं गदायाश्चरतो विचित्रम् मार्गं गदायाश्चरतो विचित्रम्। यस्याङ्घ्रिपातं रणभूमेः यस्याङ्घ्रिपातं रणभूमेः किं वा कृतागेशगमर्त्यमर्षि भीमो हि वधीर्गमचात् यस्याङ्घ्रिपातं रणभूमि मार्गं गदाया चरतो विचित्रम् किं वा कृतागेशगमर्त्यमर्षि भीमो हि वधीर्गतमं यस्याङ्घ्रिपातं रणभूमेः मार्गं गदाया चरतो विचित्रम्। Kim, whether, va, either, krita, performed, agheshu, unto the sinners, agham, angry, ati amarshi, unconquerable, bhimaha, bhima, ahivat, like a cobra, dhirga tamam, long cherished, vyamunchat, has released, yasya, whose, angripatam, putting on the steps, ranabhuhu, the field of battle, na, could not, sehe, tolerate, margam, the path, gadayaha, by the clubs, charataha, playing, vichitram, wonderful. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Please tell me whether the unconquerable Bhima, who is like a cobra, has released his long-cherished anger upon the sinners. The field of battle could not tolerate even the wonderful playing of his club when he stepped on the path. Kindly repeat. Please tell me whether the unconquerable Bhima, who is like a cobra, has released his long-cherished anger upon the sinners. The field of battle could not tolerate even the wonderful playing of his club when he stepped on the path. Purport. Vidura knew the strength of Bhima. Whenever Bhima was on the battlefield, his steps on the path and the wonderful playing of his club were unbearable for the enemy. Powerful Bhima did not take steps against the sons of Dhritarashtra for a long time. Vidura's inquiry was whether he had yet released his anger, which was like that of a suffering cobra. When a cobra releases its venom after long-cherished anger, its victim cannot survive. Rasenda Bhakti Vedanta Purport. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. In the game of dice, where Pandavas were unfairly defeated, Draupadi was insulted, Bhima had committed that I will tear upon their Kauravas' chest, tear upon Kauravas' chest and drink their blood, break the femur, thigh bone of Duryodhana, like that he had. And he had been keeping that anger for a long time, to the point of Kurukshetra war. So Vidura is inquiring whether all that anger that Bhima had is vented upon the sinners, cherished anger upon the sinners. And he is also describing about the strength of Bhima. Yasyangipatam ranabhurnasehe. The battlefield was unable to bear his steps and the way he was wielding his club. Margam gadayas charato vichitram. Actually, in the previous canto, we have also seen the history that Ashwatthama kills the 5 Pandavas, the 5 Upa-Pandavas, and is running away. And Bhima, or Arjuna, has committed that to Draupadi that he is going to chop off the head of Ashwatthama and dance on the head of, then dance on his head, showing the victory and taking revenge. And Bhima also is like that. So finally Arjuna goes and catches Ashwatthama, and all 5 Pandavas and Draupadi along with Lord Krishna are sitting and discussing what to do now. A very wonderful chapter, so many details are there. So in that way it is seen Arjuna and Bhima are not at all relenting. Yudhishthira is saying, please excuse, just leave him. But initially Arjuna is very angry because already he committed to his wife. How he is going to take revenge? And Bhima is more than what Arjuna is telling. So finally Krishna interferes, Lord Krishna interferes. Sorry, before that, Draupadi also gives her opinion. Draupadi mentions that I don't want the son of our Guru and the mother of our, the son of our Guru and his mother to suffer like how I am suffering. And it is not right to kill the son of a Guru, of a Brahmana. So like that Draupadi gives her reason. And seeing this, Krishna encourages Arjuna, Prabhupada says, Krishna encourages Arjuna to act in such a way that all parties are happy. So like that then they insert and they do something. And so there also Bhima very, very, very angry. So all that anger, whether that is released, that is what Vidura is inquiring. So, on the way to Badrikashram, there is a place, there is a temple for Hanuman called Hanuman Chatti. While Pandavas were on exile, they visited Badrikashram, and there they lived with some sages for a few days. So while on the 6th day of their stay there, Draupadi suddenly, due to the breeze and the wind, she got a beautiful flower, very wonderfully looking flower, and never experienced fragrance from that flower. So in order to offer it to Yudhishthira, Maharaj Yudhishthira, she desires to have more of such flowers. So she asked Bhima to get this flower from anywhere near the Himalayas. So Bhima goes in search of this flower, Saugandhika flower. So Bhima is roaming around in Himalayas in the same fashion as expressed here. Yasangripatam ranabhurna. Actually, while he is walking, the entire Himalaya, that peaceful, serene atmosphere is vibrated. All the wild animals are got afraid. They are going here and there. So with that power, he is stepping on from one mountain to another. Sometimes the trees are uprooted and animals are disturbed. Like that he is walking. While he is passing like that, suddenly he comes across a monkey, the tail of a monkey. So seeing the tail of a monkey, he is now unable to cross over. So he sees that a long tail is there, and the other end, a monkey, very old monkey, is lying down and sleeping. So he wakes up that monkey, hey monkey, please get up. So the monkey is a little annoyed, old monkey. Arey, such a peaceful atmosphere. Why are you disturbing me? I am very nicely, I am sleeping. And I am seeing that already the way you are walking and why are you disturbing? So Bhima says, no, you see you are walking, you are on the path, your long tail is there, and I want to cross over, finding these flowers. Please take your tail across this path. So then Hanuman says, no, I am very sick, I am very weak, I cannot take it myself. Why don't you cross over and go? So then Hanuman says, no, body is a house of Paramatma. Paramatma resides. How can I cross over? So please, like that Hanuman requests. Then, Bhima, actually not request, he talks little more, little pride. That's what is explained in the story. Then Hanuman says, in that matter, you please lift yourself, you lift, keep it aside and go. So he got permission, so immediately with all his strength and might and pride, the strength of 10,000 elephants, he bows down and wanting to lift that or set aside that Hanuman's tail. Initially uses one finger, unable to lift, uses his hand, unable to shake it. He puts both the hands, full strength. He now bends down completely with all the strength and might that he has applied in his entire life. He is not even able to move few millimeters also. So seeing all this for so much long time, he is applying all his strength and nothing is happening. Then he understands, oh, now this monkey is not an ordinary monkey. He seems to be very special. So then he asks, please let me know who you are, your identity. And we all know that was actually Lord Hanuman. Hanuman in the guise of a monkey wanting to teach Bhima. So Bhima, who is considered very, very powerful, even in Bhagavad Gita there is a mention. Duryodhana compares all the enemies in comparison to Bhima, because Duryodhana knows the strength of Bhima. He says Bhishma is more powerful than Bhima, and all are more. So like that he compares. So even though Bhima is so powerful, he could not lift even a small tail of a monkey. So a devotee, he may be very, very, very expert in doing many, many things. Or a living entity we may see doing many, many things. But we should all understand that ability, that capability, all that is actually given by the Supreme Lord. When He wants, He will give. When He wants, He takes away. It is not, we cannot claim it is mine, I have done. In Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, I am the ability in man. Whatever ability that we have possessing. Srila Prabhupada says, it's like a borrowed peacock plumes. We take from peacock the feathers. It is not mine. I may look very beautiful decorating my body with the peacock plume. But it is a borrowed peacock plume. It is not mine. So I have borrowed the strength and ability from the Supreme Lord. Of course, people use it for their own sense gratification. Devotees use for Krishna's service. But all that, either Krishna's service or it is used for material purpose, it is actually originally belonging to the Supreme Lord. So Bhima was little proud. I am very powerful. I can achieve things. And he said, what is this monkey's tail? I lift. But Lord Hanuman, in order to teach him, actually it is explained that Bhima was going around in that Himalayas with a great strength, and he was disturbing the entire atmosphere. So Hanuman felt he might get cursed because of this. Because there are great sages, they are doing tapasya there, and they have come there for a serene atmosphere, transcendental atmosphere, and Hanuman is creating this disturbance there. So he might get cursed. So before he enters the area where actually the sages are performing more serious, so he in order to teach Bhima that lesson, Hanuman actually interfered there, interjected him and taught him this lesson. So like that, devotee is not, is very knowledgeable, intelligent in understanding that this whatever he is possessing abilities is all for Krishna's service, are all Krishna's blessings. If Krishna wants, just one pluck and everything finished. I may be a very good singer. That small singing, that singing, there is a small nerve that is going here in our throat, in our neck. If that one small nerve, Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki, if that small nerve gets cut, our blood supply stops. Forget singing, we cannot even talk. It's a very small. When I was studying medicine, I heard like this. I used to see a small nerve. And while once one surgeon was performing operation, without his knowledge, by chance he cut it over. It is very difficult to see that's very small nerve. Therefore, the doctors know they are very careful in this area. A lot of nerves, lot of vessels, veins and arteries, very careful. Something they cut means it's very small. If you turn too much also, it will go. So delicate. We are all just existing because of that. We are talking, we are glorifying, we are telling I am so great, this and that. Small nerve finish. If there is a small nerve that is making us blink our eyes, and there is a automatic, it is the moment eyes become dry, our eyelids will close, and again it will open. Again after some time when it feels it is dry, I am not in control any of this. I am thinking I am master of. I don't know how many times I am blinking. Not that every day morning I get up. Yesterday I blinked only 100 times. It was not sufficient. Now I will blink 200 times. Now we have no control. It's all Krishna's arrangement. And sometimes there is some diseases are there where that nerve is finished, paralysis, and his eyes is like that. Eyes is like coma, something like that. If you see him now, he'll always be opening his eyes, cannot close also. And then the nurse will come and again close. Every few minutes, nurse will come, close and open. Otherwise it will. See, so much. And when pride comes, we think, no, I am very powerful. So therefore in 15th chapter, Krishna says, Aham Vaishnava Naro. Actually, I am the digestion fire in the body, digestive fire. I am running everything in this body. I am the one. And we are thinking, no, everything I am. So, it's very important that we understand this. Living entities, they understand this fact. The moment they understand, they realize I am a very insignificant fellow. What am I? Everything that is happening in my life is a grace of the Lord, is a mercy of the Lord. What power I got, what power I didn't get also. I got some power to do service. I didn't get to do service. I didn't get to do because Krishna thought if I have, I'll get carried away. I'll fall into Maya. Therefore, he did not give. Arjuna also, in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, very valiant warrior. One after another, he is shooting arrows and enemies are getting killed, and they won the war in 13 days. Such a big, it's like a world war. World wars are going on months together, years together. But this got in 13 days. How much fiercely Arjuna would have fought. But when cowherd men took away Krishna's 16,000, when he is supposed to protect them, cowherd men defeated him. Cowherd men means they didn't even carry one sword, or they didn't even pick up a bow and arrow. They are not Kshatriyas. So, in that purport, that pastime is mentioned, in that purport Prabhupada mentions, is Krishna, if he wants, he gives the power. And when he thinks that it is not necessary, he removes it. So many times in our life, we also would have experienced while doing our devotional service, when it was the peak necessity, really it was necessary. Suddenly some ability come into us and we talk or we do that with some special. Whenever we have experienced in our life, we have done that. And when same thing again next time I am doing, I am unable to do it. It was required that time, the ability came. It is not required now. Now we are putting effort, it will not come. Krishna has to bless. So, one is this, that yes, your living entities, we have to understand through the messages of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, that these powers, they are all actually belonging to the Supreme Lord, and we use all of them for His pleasure, for His service. Another aspect also we should understand, that whatever a devotee is doing, we should not judge the devotee based on the success and failure of the devotee. A devotee, he applies various strategies, various plans in order to push on Krishna consciousness movement, in order to push on Prabhupada's mission. There may be success in some, there will be failure in some. Success has come because of Krishna's mercy. Failure has also come because of Krishna's mercy. The result is nowhere in anyone's hand. So we cannot judge a devotee that he is sincere, he is nice devotee, or he is a whatever the qualifications we ascribe, he is not sincere or he is not a good person, just because some strategies are failure or some strategies are successful. This is not the way a judgment is made. Of course, we should not be judgmental, first of all. A Australian coach, cricket coach, was asked why Australian team is far superior in cricket than any other team in the world. Actually, Australian team is supposed to be the most successful. Successfully they win World Cups and matches and all of that. And they compared that to Indian team, very inconsistent. Once in a while they win and they make the whole world realize that they have. So like that. So the coach was, very nice analysis he made. He said, in India, the disease is, we always judge the players by how many runs he has made, how many centuries he has made, how many wickets he has taken. We celebrate only that in India, even public also. One day he hits a century, he becomes God. Next day he is unable to hit, immediately they worship him with chappals. That is the standard in India. So they judge a person just for results. Then he said, but in Australia, this is not the situation. In Australia, we judge by how much he has engaged in the field and how much he has enjoyed that game. Actually, cricket is any game is a entertainment. It is not a tension. It is an entertainment. Whether we enjoyed that game, we children are playing in the field. Why are they playing? It is for joy, refreshing our mind, for entertainment, for recreation. But if we become too serious about these figures, actually he is applying the principle of Bhagavad Gita, karmanya vadikaraste. You be happy by engaging in the work. Result is Krishna's. And Indians, where this philosophy has born, they are applying opposite philosophy. This is a very striking, we don't know 100% they apply or not, at least theoretically is outside is saying, which is a fact. We enjoy devotional service by our loving offering to Krishna. How much I loved doing Krishna's service, that is the judgment. How much I engaged in Krishna's service, that is the judgment. Not how much success figures I got, this, that and all is byproduct. That and all is also there. Not that we are not bothered about that. We are bothered. But that is not the judgmental criteria. How much we have engaged. Actually, few years back, we used to do book distribution review. After devotees, some bhaktas will go book distribution. When I used to do personally also, whenever we used to meet, our daily review used to happen. And I used to ask only one thing. Can you describe any experience, book distribution? See, that experience that you are doing book distribution, there are so many realizations that come. Somewhere you are favorably received, somewhere unfavorably received, somewhere you become successful in handing over the book to them, somewhere you are unsuccessful, somewhere criticism is given, somewhere they are put you into a balloon and lifted you up. All these experiences. Because how we pursue these experiences, from that we learn. That result is that is Krishna's mercy. That comes. It comes, it doesn't come, that is a separate matter. But whether I engaged 8 hours, 10 hours in that book distribution service, and in that, what is my realization? Whether I got purified because of that engagement. That purification is seen, the how I perceive the negative reaction and how I perceive the positive reaction. Positive, I am very elated, tomorrow also I will go Prabhu. On that day when things are all positive, whole life I will do book distribution Prabhu, don't give me any other service. And when negative comes, never I will do book distribution in my life. This is not the way to. So, that experience and how we perceive that experience. Even long back when we started center here, we have a shortage of funds. I told you last meeting also that 3 months employee salary not paid, and 3 months our suppliers, vegetable supplier, grocery supplier, their payment not made. All of them calling and harassing. Employees also asking, Prabhu, what is this 3 months not paid salary? So then we started little seriously doing fundraising, And every week we will sit and discuss fundraising. And I will ask only one question. Your experience. How was your experience? And devotees will narrate to Prabhu, I went like that, and he gave 1200 rupees. That time 1200 was very big thing. That experience. So, we judge a devotee not on right and wrong. Right and wrong is, both are relative. What is right today becomes wrong tomorrow. What is wrong today becomes right tomorrow. These are very relative. But we judge a devotee based on his dedication, the number of years of service that he has rendered for Guru and Krishna. Someone is going on and on and on doing service without any motive, selflessly, going on and on and on. Our reverence grows for him. Because it is impossible in this world to serve someone without any remuneration, without any recognition, without any, in a humble way, going on. Early morning, sadhana, this, that and all. So we recognize, we take that as a judgment criteria. The dedication that has put into that, the intent that is put into it. It is for a preaching mission. There may be success, there may be failure. And as a devotee, my role is only to execute it with love and devotion. Bhajatam priti purvakam. If we become judgmental, this is right, that is wrong, this is not correct. If we become judge, we cannot apply priti purvakam. Even we cannot apply karmanya vadikaraste. As a matter of duty also cannot be applied. So, as a devotee, our only goal is that I just engage, if possible, with love and devotion. At least as a matter of duty, on the order of my Guru, without being any judgmental. It's a very... So we judge the things with the knowledge that the success and failure of any action is Krishna's mercy. In fact, in one purport, Prabhupada says, the result in any endeavor in Krishna consciousness is the mercy of the Lord. Result in any endeavor in Krishna consciousness is the mercy of the Lord. In fact, in one more purport, Prabhupada says about Columbus. Prabhupada says, if you type Columbus, you will see one specific. Prabhupada says, Columbus might have pleased Krishna in some life, therefore he discovered America. See, how Prabhupada is so wonderful, huh? He is connecting Columbus' discovery of America to Krishna's mercy. Generally, the Columbus, the Karmi, Lecha, but Columbus discovering America, how to connect to Krishna. So Prabhupada says, Columbus has pleased Krishna in his previous life, therefore he discovered America. So, a devotee is very, very conscious of these facts. So he is not worried about right or wrong, profit or loss, good or bad. He is worried whether I am applying love and devotion in my devotional service. Priti purvakam, bhajatam priti. That is his worry. I am unable to put my love into this. I am unable to put my enthusiasm into this. When will I become pure? The moment I get devotion service, I am dancing Hari Bol, and I engage in that service. When will that day come? Kabe habe, se dina amar. That enthusiasm, Hari Bol, I will be dancing, I got this service. MMD, Hari Bol. Book distribution, Hari Bol. Now only Prasadam, Hari Bol. So that is aspiration. It is difficult. It is there. It will come also. It is not that it is imaginary, fictional. No, it is going to come. As we grow ourselves from tamoguna to rajoguna, not to tamoguna to sattoguna or rajoguna to sattoguna. The moment we are in sattoguna, sitam sattve prasidati evam prasanna manaso bhagavad bhakti yogataha bhagavad tattva vijnanam mukta sangasya jayate, becomes very happy. When the moment he gets devotion service, becomes very, very happy. There is no judgment there. Because the fact is, it is devotion service. Whether Arjuna wins the war in Kurukshetra or not, it is his service. That's what Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita. You fight, yeah. Why are you worried whether I will win or not, whether they will be happy or not, whether I am happy or not, whether I am killing the relatives or not? So, we don't judge the things only on these two material figures. Our focus is whether I am applying my love in, and I am applying my 100% of my engagement, of all my senses, all my willpower, all my intelligence, all my emotional faculties into that service. Very nice quote Prabhupada makes. A devotee is not bothered what it is. He puts all his strength into it. Whether what that service is irrelevant to him. That is the mood of devotional service, like that Prabhupada. If I get it, I'll forward to all of you. A very nice statement. So, we should not become that judgmental of profit, loss, success, failure, good, bad, happy, not happy. I am only consideration is whether it is, whether I am applying my love and devotion into it. And we never, the background for not judgmental is that everything that happens is the will of the Lord. It is the mercy of the Lord. Whether that activity, now we are doing bhajan clubbing, it may be successful or not, we don't know. It is, but it is we are applying, that's all. If it happens, well and good. If not happen, we will stop bhajan club, we will do some other bhajan. So it doesn't say, okay, now bhajan club is a janjat, it's all modern, why we are doing. So we very focused. Our focus is on application of our faculties of senses, strength, intelligence, manasa, vacha, karmana, into the devotion service with love and devotion. Another very nice aspect we have been discussing in this series, in this chapter, is observing how Vidura is continuously talking, inquiring about so many great personalities. And every great personality he first glorifies and then he remembers him. Here also, what is the greatness of Bhima? So powerful. And in all of this, he has never inquired about Duryodhana, Dhritarashtra, all of them. He kept aside all the negatives that has happened in his life and is focused on what is their great qualities. Even the quality, even suppose he glorified Bhima, he has glorified Krishna, he has glorified Balram, he has glorified Vasudeva. There are negatives. People are finding mistakes even in Krishna. So it is not a great achievement to find faults, to find mistakes, to find errors, to harbor on negatives. It is a great achievement to think positively, to think in a forward manner, to glorify goods, focus on goods. That is a great strength. See, to keep a room messy, you don't need to work very hard. Prabhu, I worked very hard to keep my room messy. It will automatically become messy if you don't work. No one has to put any special effort to make the room messy. But to make the room tidy, the moment you enter the room, everything is in its position. And it's not stacked upon one on the other without any organization. Similarly, to think anything and everything in mind, it is not a big thing. Mind is, nature is to find fault. It's a beginning, it has come to this material world rejecting Krishna, who is the greatest positive personality. You cannot find any mistake in him. But we found a mistake in him also and came here. That means that what dirty mind this fellow is. Now, so that fellow, that mind always will be shabby. But to make that mind glorify, tidy, that is the real endeavor that a devotee puts. Honey society, Prabhupada says. So we see such a wonderful example, Vidura. What he has faced in previously, he is in the midst of such a political intrigue. But then, none of that is there in his head. Just is going on, talking glorious things about Krishna, Krishna's devotees, and glorifying that. So that's a very nice example set we can see. Any questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Generally it is told that at the time of initiation, Guru and Krishna takes over the karma of the disciple, and then they will release, keeping the factor that the disciple will advance. Like, let's say if any result is being given, the disciple will get carried away, the devotee is getting carried away, then that is not given even though it is in his karma. And if the result is not given for a long time, if the devotee becomes unenthusiastic and doesn't do, then it is given even though it is not in the karma. That is, it is told like that, karma is managed by Guru and Krishna. But if this is the case, we see that some devotees are going into the Maya and some are leaving the movement and some are again going back to the kingdom of Maya. So in this case, how do we understand, Prabhu? Is it because the desires of the devotee are more stronger than the will of the Lord to help?
More stronger than?
Guru and Krishna are trying to help the devotee advance and releasing the karma only on the factor that he will advance. But then there are cases that the devotee is going back.
So he is adamant, that's all. That is the only reason. One place, one devotee is left. So devotees go and tell Prabhupada that Prabhupada, he just left. Actually, that is the incident, that moon landing. That one devotee, Prabhupada is saying man cannot land on moon. And this devotee was showing, Prabhupada, see live TV, man landed on moon. So devotees are all sitting and watching live. Live it came. When man landed on moon, live telecast was done. So this devotee purposefully made devotees sit Prabhupada. So all of them are watching and this devotee is, Prabhupada, see that man landed on moon. There's a stone, there's mud, this, that and all. He is glorifying. So then Prabhupada asked, are there any human beings? Are there any vegetation? Like that few questions asked. So that means it is a desert in some American desert like that. He told and left the room. So after a few days, the devotee left. So Prabhupada, when devotees went and reported to Prabhupada, like this he has gone. So then Prabhupada says only one thing. If you would have prayed once to Krishna, at least once if you would have prayed, Krishna would have saved him. So it is not that the devotee's desire is more powerful than the Lord's or Lord's protection. If the devotee don't want, what can the Lord do? So the devotee's eagerness and free will is very, very powerful. Krishna will not interfere with anyone's free will. Free will is the most important asset a living entity has, very powerful asset. Krishna is not going to interfere in the free will, whatever it may be. Understood, no? So, anyone who is falling down, definitely Krishna would have done hundreds of things to protect him, to save him, and then only he will not live otherwise. Even if he lives temporarily, he may allow him because he is having that desire. But again, later on, he'll bring him back somehow after a few years, or like Ajamila. Krishna, very expert master is. He knows how to get back his disciple. But even before giving up, he would have tried a lot. But in spite of that, the living entity was obstinate in his desire. Therefore, he would have. Understood, no? So there is only one reason why a devotee falls back to Maya, and that is himself. There is no other cause. There may be so many concomitant factors may be there, like sadhana became weak, association of wrong association, or eating bhoga, there are all factors. But finally the decision is made by the living entity. Understood? No? Krishna will not interfere with free will. He has got all the power, but free will he will not interfere. He can interfere, he can bind the jiva and all that he can do, provided that jiva wants. Yasyaham anugrihnaami karishye tad dhanam shanai Krishna. If he is very merciful, he takes away. But the jiva should also accept it. Prabhupada in one place he says, if Krishna gives mercy in a reverse manner, sometimes the living entity becomes atheist. So, if that living entity has to become devotee in spite of unfavorable, Krishna should have that confidence. Oh, this has to remain. Then only I can give this special mercy to him. Understood now? So, it is not that Krishna is not powerful. Very, very powerful. He is having super power. He is having super compassion. He has done hundreds of things through his devotees, through Guru, through books of Prabhupada, through material nature, through his own mind, through the circumstances. But still, he would have been obstinate. Then, okay, chala, for some time you go. But again, because he practiced sincerity, then again Krishna will bring him back. It will take some long time. Like Ajamila. He left sometime when he was young, and again when he was old about to die, that he again came to Krishna.
So, Prabhu, at the time of initiation, the devotee is very fixed, Prabhu. He is not having that after some time I will drift off. So he is thinking that he will do very nice sadhana, do very nice service. But afterwards, if that drifting is happening away from the path of devotional service, should we take it as a force of karma or any other
Sometimes
factor?
if karma is very bad also, sometimes very bad karma, suppose, it will influence, they will give up. If very bad karma is there, we cannot, it's very difficult. But in spite of that, the decision is jiva. He cannot say my karma because of, sometimes it is there, very bad karma is there. Understood, no? Like one devotee I seen, very angry. Very angry. Unable to budge another for another devotee. Just left. Maybe 1 week or 2 weeks he was there. He could not adjust and left. Because of that anger, of unable to bow down to another. That is a karma. That so much of thing is there, I cannot listen to another. So that karma will restrict. But then it is the choice of the jiva, that whether he should continue devotional service, suppressing his ahankara, that is the choice of the jiva. If he decides at that point, no, I will continue my surrender to Krishna. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma, Krishna says, continuation of devotion is important. His momentarily fall down is, but whether that momentary fall down he continued, he should have continued devotion. But rather, continuing devotion, he has continued his momentary fall down. For that moment he fell down, but he is continuing to fall down. Then Krishna is saying that is asadu. Sadhureva samantavya samyak vyavhasi. Again he comes back, again he continues. Okay, some occasion I showed my ahankara. I realized, okay, then again he lifted his consciousness immediately next and went ahead. So fall down is inevitable. Momentary fall downs are inevitable. But after that fall down, whether he has again risen up and continues, that is what is seen by Krishna. And the moment he fell down also, there are so many energies of Krishna that are helping him, that are guiding him. Devotees are telling, Prabhupada books are telling, circumstance may be telling, some employee may tell, some karmi may tell, some donor may tell. Understood, no? So Krishna has got so many agents through which you should not think Krishna will come in the dream, then only I will listen. That and all not possible for our case. So many Krishna, so many mercy, in mercy form, so many forms are there. So Krishna will definitely inspire through all of that for him to sustain in Krishna consciousness. But still he taken that momentary fall down and became serious in that fall down. That what can Krishna do? So you are linking wrong things. That initiation and all of this is a very far distant connection. Initiation is, yes, he was enthusiasm that time, he took up devotion service, but later on during his course of engagement in service, he had a momentary fall down, a small instance, maybe it may be a very small instance. He would have immediately corrected and again risen up and gone. But then he continued. That is the thing. So these are all previous vasanas also, previous karma. Initially for few years, because of the enthusiasm and the faith on Guru and Krishna, his devotion will be very nice. But later on what happens, because of familiarity, Vaishnava Parad, and all of that, slowly the faith gets shaken. That once the faith is shaken, slowly his enthusiasm comes down. And then finally he drifts away. It can happen. So then he has to be very careful that these elements, familiarity, Vaishnava Parad, taking things very casually, to Guru's order, Guru's principles very casually. Some things we take very serious, something casually. Ardha Kukoti Nyaya. So these are all very dangerous. So then he falls trap into it. So he has to be very careful along Shurasya Dhara Nishita Duratyaya. It's like walking on a razor's blade, spiritual path. You're not careful, and you will slip off. Of course, protection is there. Devotees association, organization, Guru's instruction in the books, service. So protection is there. But till personally, he still has to take care. Understood, no? So there is no written dictum. This will make him fall down, this will make... Finally, he has to decide whether he wants to continue devotion service or not. That he has to make a choice. That is left to the Jiva's decision. That Krishna will also not interfere. Though Krishna has power, though Lord has the power, he will not interfere. Because he given that strength to Jiva. Okay, that is your choice. Otherwise, why he will say, again say, Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mamekam Sharanam. The statement will have no meaning. If Krishna forces a Jiva to surrender, why he has to tell you surrender? If devotee goes and says, Krishna, make me surrender, that is not, Krishna is saying you first surrender. You surrender first, then I will protect you for the surrender. So that initiation, that initial thing, that has to continue. That faith should not come down. That faith, that all this complacency, Vaishnava Parad, fault finding, niyamagraha, not following something for the sake of following, not following rules and regulations. These are all 6 things. Prajalpo niyamagraha. Prajalpa is more dangerous. These are all very dangerous things, 6 things. We should be very alert. No bringing it in front, casually making comments on other devotees. It's all prajalpa. Or worldly affairs, discussing about worldly affairs, nationalism, patriotism, this ism, that ism, clinging on to some ism. It may appear very flowery in the beginning, but they are all cause of fall down. Our attachment only one ism, Krishnaism, that's all. I am Krishna, Krishna is mine. Everything else is I am not bothered. So like that, focused. Then he remains always. So fall down will be there. Again get up, again go. Continue devotion service. Gravest, Krishna is saying, most heinous kind of a sin, even if he has done, still I consider a devotee, because again he has risen up and continues devotion. Worst thing he has done. Till next moment he is continuing to chant Hare Krishna. Krishna says, he is sadhu. Understood, no? So the fall down is only one reason. That's he was continuing his obstinacy to not to surrender to Krishna. That's why in the beginning there may be so many emotion, intellectual aspect, emotional aspect, or external circumstances by which I surrendered. But slowly that has to become, gradually, by purification, by engagement in proper devotion service, it has to become transcendental knowledge. Our surrender has to be based on transcendental knowledge. Jnana and Vairagya. Initially, everyone is joining, I will also join. That also is there. He joined. Oh, I also joined. Otherwise, everyone is asking, why you didn't join? So that also is there. Or initially, because there is no other option, sometimes that also is there. There is no other option outside, okay, let me join, he may think. Or initially, he got rejected in the whole material world. Everywhere he got kicked. So he found some solace in Krishna consciousness. Then he joined. All that is okay. How he came to Krishna consciousness is irrelevant. However he has come, that is okay. Yena kena prakarena. But after that, he should put his endeavor, realizing that this is my life. This is the ultimate truth. Whatever reason I came here only for prasadam. I came here only for dance. I came here only because I like that devotee. That also is there. Only because of attachment to devotee. I came here only because of intellectual knowledge that is there in Prabhupada books. I came here only because wonderful building is there. Foreigners are there. Our opportunity to go to foreign is there. Whatever may be the reason. Finally, when he becomes Krishna conscious, when he surrendered, then he has to apply, he has to improve his jnana and vairagya. Then sustenance will be there. If he is continuing with that same mood, he joined for prasadam, no prasadam, he will leave. He joined because that devotee, he likes that devotee not there, he will also leave. He joined because big temple is there, when he is sent to small temple, he will leave. So he joined for big temple, in the temple he did nice service, enthusiasm. Then when he sent to small temple, he got purified. He now replaced big temple to Srila Prabhupada's mission, love for Guru and Krishna, then he will sustain. Understood, no? So yeah, so that's what when training, initial training, bhaktas or initial days, the training, it is that we remove this. These have to be removed through the training system, through the culture, and the devotee also should accept, okay, it is better I remove all these things. This is not going to be sustained for a long time. ओके, ग्रंथ श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की।